When it comes to military dominance, no country rivals the United States. With its unmatched global reach, cutting-edge technology, and overwhelming firepower, the U.S. military stands as a formidable force that no nation dares to challenge. Today, we're diving into the 5 key reasons why the U.S. remains untouchable on the world stage. Buckle up as we explore the immense power and strategic advantages that make the U.S. military the most dominant force on the planet. First, let's talk about air superiority. The U.S. Air Force is not just a force, it's the most advanced and capable Air Force in the world. Imagine having the ability to launch strikes almost anywhere and being the first to arrive in a conflict and the last to leave. This isn't just about having the best planes, it's about the entire air combat system. Since the end of World War I, the U.S. has heavily invested in developing an aerial fleet that is second to none. Today, the Air Force operates over 5,200 military aircraft, contributing to a total of 13,247 aircraft across all branches. From iconic bombers like the B-52 and stealth aircraft like the B-2 Spirit, to cutting-edge fighter jets like the F-22 and F-35, the U.S. dominates the skies. To put this into perspective, Russia operates around 3,829 military aircraft, while China has about 2,084, many of which are older models like the J-7. The difference is clear. Not only does the U.S. have superior numbers, but its technology is decades ahead of potential adversaries. The integration of advanced avionics, stealth capabilities, and network-centric warfare ensures that U.S. air superiority is unmatched, but air superiority is just one piece of the puzzle. The second reason no country dares to challenge the U.S. is the overwhelming might of the U.S. Navy. With a presence in key strategic locations worldwide, the U.S. Navy can project power anywhere on the planet. Imagine a fleet of mobile fortresses. This is what U.S. aircraft carriers represent. The Navy boasts the world's largest fleet of aircraft carriers, including 10 Nimitz-class nuclear carriers and the state-of-the-art Ford-class carrier. These carriers can launch both offensive and defensive operations at a moment's notice, making them pivotal in global power projection. Alongside these carriers, the Navy deploys amphibious assault ships, destroyers, and submarines, allowing for full-spectrum dominance across the world's oceans. This maritime power extends beyond just ships. It includes sophisticated naval strike capabilities and global logistical support. While countries like China and Russia have been expanding their naval forces, they remain far behind the global reach and capabilities of the U.S. Navy. The ability to maintain such a vast fleet and deploy it globally ensures that the U.S. Navy is a formidable force that deters potential adversaries. Now let's delve into one of the most critical reasons why no one would dare attack the U.S., its nuclear arsenal. As the first and only nation to use nuclear weapons in combat, the U.S. maintains one of the most advanced and extensive nuclear stockpiles. With around 5,000 nuclear warheads, 2,150 of which are ready for immediate deployment, the U.S. nuclear deterrent ensures a swift and devastating response to any major threat. This deterrent is crucial for maintaining global stability and preventing large-scale conflicts. Key to this deterrent are intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, spread across strategic bases like F.E. Warren, Minot, and Malmstrom. These missiles provide full global coverage, ensuring that any threat can be met with a devastating counterstrike. In addition, strategic bombers like the B-52 and B-2 Spirit are on constant standby, capable of delivering nuclear payloads with pinpoint accuracy at a moment's notice. This multi-layered approach to nuclear deterrence reinforces the U.S. position as a global superpower. But the U.S. military strength goes beyond nuclear deterrence. Precision-guided bombs and missiles are another critical factor. Imagine being able to strike enemy command centers, infrastructure, and vehicles with near-perfect accuracy. These advanced weapons, such as laser-guided bombs and GPS-guided missiles, can target specific points with minimal collateral damage. Since their widespread use in the Gulf War, precision-guided munitions have revolutionized modern warfare. Their effectiveness has been clearly demonstrated in conflicts such as the Iraq War and operations against ISIS, where U.S. forces swiftly overwhelmed enemies who struggled to counter the speed and precision of these attacks. The ability to conduct surgical strikes while minimizing civilian casualties and preserving strategic assets underscores the U.S. military's commitment to precision and efficiency in combat. And lastly, we can't overlook the game-changing impact of unmanned aerial vehicles, or drones. These small but incredibly effective machines have transformed U.S. military strategy in recent years. Drones offer a fast, cost-effective, and deadly solution to modern warfare. From surveillance missions to precision strikes, drones enhance the military's capability to gather intelligence and execute operations with unprecedented efficiency. The U.S. operates over 1,000 drones, which have become a nightmare for adversaries. In 2020, a U.S. drone strike eliminated Iranian General Qasem Soleimani, showcasing the power and precision of this technology. With capabilities ranging from reconnaissance to targeted strikes, drones provide a strategic advantage that few adversaries can match. The continued advancement in drone technology ensures that the U.S. maintains a technological edge on the battlefield. So there you have it, 5 key reasons why the United States remains the world's most untouchable military force. Whether it's unmatched air dominance, the global reach of its Navy, its overwhelming nuclear deterrent, precision-guided munitions, or the rise of advanced drone warfare, the U.S. military is built to respond to any threat, anywhere, at any time. But what do you think? Could any country realistically challenge U.S. military supremacy in the near future? Or will the U.S. continue to reign as the world's dominant military power? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to check out our next video on what would happen if the U.S. launched a nuclear bomb, minute by minute. Thanks for watching.
What does it really mean to be the most powerful military in the world? With 195 recognized countries, there's only one nation that consistently stands above the rest, the United States. As of 2024, the US is once again ranked as the #1 global military power. But what does this actually entail? It's more than just counting tanks and jets. Today, we're diving deep into what makes the US military the undisputed leader on the world stage. Military strength is complex. It can't just be measured by numbers. Sure, a country might have thousands of tanks or jets, but what if they're outdated? What if the personnel are undertrained or poorly coordinated? To truly assess military dominance, we have to look at a combination of factors: cutting-edge technology, strategic logistics, operational readiness, and the ability to project power globally. So how does the US fare in these areas? Let's start with the backbone of any military force: funding. In 2024, the US defense budget is a staggering $886 billion. That's 3.3% of the country's GDP, and to put it in perspective, it's more than the next 10 countries combined. For comparison, China, which is the second largest military spender in the world, allocates $236 billion to its military, a little more than a quarter of what the US spends. Russia, despite its aggressive global stance, only budgets $109 billion. This budget isn't just about funding war, it's about maintaining military dominance and ensuring operational readiness across every corner of the globe. Where does this massive budget go? It's distributed across 4 key areas: operations, funding military missions, deployments, and the costs of maintaining overseas bases; maintenance, ensuring equipment stays in top condition, from tanks and aircraft to ships and artillery; research and development, investing in cutting-edge technology, such as hypersonic weapons, AI-driven combat systems, and autonomous drones; procurement, buying new equipment, weapons, and vehicles, including advanced fighter jets, naval vessels, and defense systems. But having the money is just part of the equation. It's how that money is used that truly makes a difference. The US military is not just one of the largest in the world, it's one of the most advanced. Every dollar spent is aimed at ensuring American forces are the most effective, versatile, and capable of responding to any threat, anywhere, anytime. Let's talk personnel. The US military boasts an active duty force of around 1.3 million soldiers in 2024. Add to that nearly 800,000 reservists, and the US is one of the most agile and flexible fighting forces in the world. However, this is only part of the picture. The total available manpower in the US stands at nearly 150 million people, men and women who could be called to serve in times of national emergency. But it's not just about numbers. The US places a heavy emphasis on training and readiness. Soldiers undergo continuous, rigorous training to ensure they remain battle-ready, highly skilled, and able to operate some of the world's most advanced military equipment. On the ground, U.S. armored forces remain one of the most formidable in the world. The M1 Abrams tank is still the backbone of U.S. ground warfare capabilities, with over 4,600 units in active service. The Abrams isn't just a heavily armored tank, it's a modernized machine capable of withstanding most forms of direct attack, fitted with cutting-edge systems that keep it ahead of potential adversaries. And while some countries may field more tanks, none can match the combination of quality, firepower, and maneuverability the U.S. tanks bring to the battlefield.
But it's not just about tanks. The U.S. military's real strength comes from its ability to dominate multiple domains simultaneously: land, sea, air, and even space. The U.S. Air Force is second to none. With over 13,000 aircraft, the U.S. boasts the largest and most diverse fleet in the world. From stealth bombers like the B-2 Spirit capable of striking deep into enemy territory undetected to advanced multi-role fighter jets like the F-35 Lightning II, the U.S. controls the skies with unmatched superiority. And that's critical because air superiority allows the U.S. to carry out operations anywhere, without the threat of enemy interference. The F-35, for instance, is not just a fighter jet. It's a flying supercomputer equipped with advanced sensors, radar evasion technology, and capabilities that make it the world's most advanced jet in service. At sea, the U.S. Navy reigns supreme. In 2024, the U.S. operates 11 aircraft carriers, the ultimate symbols of American power projection. These carriers are essentially floating cities, capable of launching air operations anywhere in the world. Each carrier houses a full wing of fighter jets, bombers, and helicopters, and can operate independently for months. No other country comes close. In fact, the rest of the world combined has fewer aircraft carriers than the U.S. Navy. Beyond carriers, the Navy also maintains a fleet of destroyers, cruisers, submarines, and amphibious assault ships, giving the U.S. the ability to respond rapidly to global crises. Perhaps the most critical aspect of the U.S. military's power is its global reach. As of 2024, the U.S. maintains a military presence in nearly every region of the world. Over 100,000 U.S. troops are stationed across Europe, with another 30,000 in the Middle East, and a further 375,000 spread throughout the Indo-Pacific region. These forward-deployed forces allow the U.S. to respond to any threat at a moment's notice, projecting power and influence far beyond its borders. Whether it's deterring adversaries, reassuring allies, or responding to crises, the U.S. military's global footprint is unparalleled. But military strength isn't just about having the best equipment or the most soldiers. It's about how all these pieces come together: technology, training, and strategy. And no military exemplifies that more than the United States. From missile defense systems to cyber capabilities, the U.S. military is constantly adapting to meet emerging threats. In 2024, the focus on modernization continues, with investments in hypersonic missiles, artificial intelligence, and quantum computing set to keep the U.S. ahead of its rivals for decades to come. Yet, no military is perfect. The U.S. faces competition in several areas, especially in the sheer size of reserve forces. Countries like Russia and Vietnam maintain reserves that outnumber U.S. reservists by millions. But sheer numbers alone don't determine military success. The U.S. military's continuous investment in technological innovation and operational readiness ensures it maintains a qualitative edge. As we look to the future, the question remains: can any country truly challenge the U.S. military's dominance? Some argue that China's growing military might, with its advancements in naval power and missile systems, could one day rival the U.S. Others point to Russia's resurgence as a military force. But for now, the U.S. remains the world's foremost military.
USS Enterprise, the indomitable aircraft carrier legend of World War II. In the history of the U.S. Navy, no ship compares to the USS Enterprise, CV-6, nicknamed Big E. As one of the most advanced warships of its time, the USS Enterprise stood out not only for its combat strength, but also as a symbol of courage and resilience during World War II. With 20 battle stars, more than any other U.S. warship, Enterprise has etched its name into the annals of history. The birth of a legend. The USS Enterprise was constructed in 1934 as the second ship of the Yorktown-class carriers, alongside USS Yorktown, CV-5, and USS Hornet, CV-8. Designed to comply with the 1922 Washington Naval Treaty, which restricted ship size and tonnage to prevent an arms race, the Enterprise was a product of meticulous engineering. Key specifications of USS Enterprise: length, 247 meters overall, 232 meters waterline; width, 33 meters maximum, 25 meters waterline; tonnage, 18,000 tons standard load, up to 23,000 tons fully loaded; maximum speed, 60 kilometers per h, powered by steam turbines generating 120,000 horsepower; aircraft capacity, 96 planes, a remarkable figure compared to other carriers of its time. Enterprise's efficiency was further enhanced by its modern aircraft elevators, which allowed quick deployment of planes from the hangar to the deck. Each elevator could lift up to 7,700 kilograms, sufficient for any aircraft in its fleet. The heroic journey through World War II, early actions, and the attack on Pearl Harbor. When Japan attacked Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, USS Enterprise was not at port, but on its way back after delivering aircraft to Wake Island. Although just over 300 kilometers from Pearl Harbor, it was too late to intervene. However, Enterprise soon became one of the first U.S. forces to retaliate. On December 10, 1941, planes from Enterprise sank the Japanese submarine I-70, marking the first U.S. Navy kill of the war. The Battle of Midway, a turning point. In June 1942, Enterprise played a pivotal role in the Battle of Midway, a decisive victory in the Pacific Theater. Aircraft launched from Enterprise were instrumental in sinking the Japanese carrier Kaga, one of 4 carriers lost by Japan in the battle. Details of the Kaga victory. SBD. Dauntless dive bombers from Enterprise dropped 1,140 kilograms of bombs, destroying the flight deck and triggering explosions in its ammunition stores. The damage rendered Kaga irreparable, and it was scuttled by its own crew 9 hours later. Enterprise also contributed to attacks on the carriers Akagi and Hiryu, solidifying Allied dominance in the battle. Surviving the battles of Guadalcanal. From August 1942, Enterprise supported the Guadalcanal campaign, enduring some of the most intense battles of the war. During the Battle of the Eastern Solomons, August 24th, Enterprise was struck by 3 bombs, killing 74 crew members and causing significant damage. Yet, thanks to its robust design, the ship survived and was quickly repaired. Shortly after, in the Battle of Santa Cruz, October 1942, Enterprise was hit by 2 more bombs, killing 44 sailors. Despite severe damage, the ship remained afloat, a testament to its resilience. Remarkable achievements. Throughout the war, ships sunk, 71 Japanese vessels, aircraft destroyed, 911 enemy planes, major battles fought, over 20 engagements, including Midway, Guadalcanal, and Lake Gulf, decorated with 20 battle stars and the Presidential Unit Citation, the highest honor for a military unit in the United States. Cutting-edge technology, USS Enterprise excelled not just in firepower but also in technological advancements. KEXAM-1 radar, one of the first naval radar systems, capable of detecting targets up to 160 kilometers away, a massive advantage during wartime. Mark 37. Fire control system, improved the accuracy of anti-aircraft guns, making the ship more formidable against aerial attacks. The ship was also equipped with an impressive array of weapons, including 8 127 mm guns, 32 20 mm Oerlikon cannons, 54 40 mm Bofors cannons. Legacy. After the war following World War II, USS Enterprise participated in Operation Magic Carpet, repatriating over 10,000 American servicemen. However, as naval technology advanced rapidly, Enterprise became obsolete and was decommissioned in 1947. Efforts to preserve the ship as a museum were ultimately unsuccessful, and in 1958 the Enterprise was dismantled for scrap. Today, only fragments of the ship remain, such as its stern plate, displayed in Rivervale, New Jersey. USS Enterprise, a symbol of courage. With unparalleled achievements, cutting-edge technology, and an unyielding spirit, USS Enterprise stands as a legend in U.S. naval history. The Big E was not just a war machine, but a symbol of determination and sacrifice during one of the most challenging times in history. What do you think of this legendary ship? Share your thoughts or spread the story to honor the indomitable spirit of USS Enterprise. The oceans, vast and mysterious, have forever been a battleground for nations vying for power and dominance. In this watery arena, one force reigns supreme, a maritime titan that commands respect and inspires awe: the United States Navy. Today, we embark on a journey to uncover the 5 awe-inspiring reasons why the U.S. Navy remains undefeated. A force so formidable that even the most ambitious adversaries like Russia, China, and North Korea think twice before challenging its might. Our story begins not on the high seas, but in the annals of American history. It was January 28, 1915, a date etched in the memory of a nation. The German Navy, in a brazen act of aggression, sank the American merchant ship William P. Fry, shattering the illusion of safety provided by the vast oceans. This audacious attack sent shockwaves through the American psyche, awakening a deep-seated fear of powerful hostile nations rising across the seas, capable of threatening the very existence of the United States. From the ashes of that fateful day, a phoenix arose. America embarked on a mission to construct the most formidable navy the world had ever seen. A navy ready to defend its shores, protect its interests, and project its power across the globe. A navy that would stand as a bulwark against any threat, a testament to American resilience and determination. Today, the U.S. Navy stands as a testament to that unwavering commitment. With over 500 warships, including 11 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, 68 submarines, 92 cruisers and destroyers, and 59 amphibious assault ships, it maintains a constant state of readiness, capable of projecting power to any corner of the globe. It's a force that embodies American strength and resolve, a maritime juggernaut that has shaped the course of history and continues to safeguard freedom and security across the globe. At the heart of this maritime behemoth are the awe-inspiring aircraft carriers, floating fortresses that serve as mobile military bases. These colossal vessels, like the Nimitz class and the newly commissioned Ford-class carriers, each carrying up to 90 aircraft, including F/A-18E/F Super Hornets, EA-18G Growlers, E-2D Hawkeyes, and MH-60R/S Seahawks, project American air power across vast distances, striking fear into the hearts of adversaries. Imagine a city on the sea bustling with activity, launching squadrons of fighter jets and helicopters capable of delivering a devastating blow to any enemy. But the U.S. Navy's strength lies not only in its carriers, but also in its fleet of Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, the unsung heroes of the sea. These versatile warships, equipped with an arsenal of 96 missiles, including Tomahawk cruise missiles and Standard Missile-3 anti-ballistic missiles, and a 5-inch naval gun, provide a formidable defense for the carriers and other high-value assets. They are the guardians, the protectors, the silent sentinels that ensure the safety of the fleet. Imagine a single Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, bristling with 96 missile tubes and a 5-inch naval gun, capable of engaging multiple targets simultaneously. It's a testament to American naval engineering and a symbol of the Navy's unwavering commitment to maintaining its technological edge. It's a force multiplier, a single ship that can turn the tide of battle. While the carriers and destroyers form the backbone of the U.S. Navy's surface fleet, beneath the waves lies another formidable force, the Virginia-class submarines. These stealthy underwater predators, armed with 12 vertical launch tubes for Tomahawk cruise missiles and 4 torpedo tubes, are the silent guardians of the deep, capable of striking enemy targets with devastating precision. They are the ghosts in the machine, the unseen menace that lurks beneath the surface, ready to unleash their fury at a moment's notice. The Virginia-class submarines are not only masters of stealth, but also possess exceptional endurance. Powered by nuclear reactors, they can remain submerged for months, patrolling the world's oceans undetected, ready to strike at a moment's notice. They are the embodiment of patience and perseverance, the silent watchers that never tire, never falter. But the U.S. Navy's capabilities extend beyond its warships and submarines. It also boasts a fleet of 33 amphibious assault ships, capable of delivering thousands of Marines and their equipment to any shoreline. These vessels, like the USS America and USS Tripoli, are equipped with advanced technology, including helicopters like the MV-22 Osprey and CH-53E Super Stallion, fighter jets like the F-35B Lightning II, and even laser weapons. They are the bridges between sea and land, the instruments of swift and decisive action. Imagine a swarm of F-35B fighter jets launching from the deck of an amphibious assault ship, providing air support for the Marines as they storm the beaches. It's a display of the U.S. Navy's ability to project power from the sea to the land, a crucial element in any conflict. It's a symphony of coordinated action, a testament to the Navy's ability to adapt and overcome any challenge. The final reason for the U.S. Navy's dominance lies in its unwavering commitment to innovation and investment. The U.S. government allocates a substantial portion of its budget, approximately $240 billion in 2023, to the Navy, ensuring that it remains at the forefront of technological advancements. This commitment to maintaining its edge is what sets the U.S. Navy apart from its rivals. It's a testament to the nation's belief in the importance of sea power, a recognition that the oceans are the lifeblood of global commerce and security. The U.S. Navy's investment in research and development has led to breakthroughs in areas like laser weapons, unmanned systems, and artificial intelligence. These advancements ensure that the Navy remains a force to be reckoned with for years to come. It's a commitment to the future, a promise that the U.S. Navy will continue to lead the way in maritime innovation and power projection. The United States Navy is more than just a collection of ships and submarines. It's a symbol of American ingenuity, resilience, and determination. It's a force that has shaped the course of history and continues to safeguard freedom and security across the globe. From its awe-inspiring aircraft carriers to its stealthy submarines, the U.S. Navy stands as a beacon of hope for those who cherish liberty. It's a reminder that even in the face of adversity, the human spirit, backed by unwavering resolve,
The Gerald R. Ford-class aircraft carriers, including the USS Gerald R. Ford, CVN-78, have redefined naval warfare and military power projection, embodying the most advanced capabilities and strategic initiatives within the U.S. Navy's fleet. After nearly 2 decades of development, the Ford-class ships represent not only technological innovation, but also a significant shift in operational strategy, positioning these vessels as essential assets for crisis response and rapid strike operations. Unprecedented strategic importance and adaptability. The USS Gerald R. Ford's extended deployment, which took it through both the Mediterranean and the Eastern Mediterranean, showcased the carrier's role as a high-speed response platform. Originally tasked with bolstering NATO alliances in Europe, the Ford was redirected to the Eastern Mediterranean in October 2024 in response to the Gaza conflict, highlighting its utility in rapidly shifting operational theaters. The Ford Carrier Strike Group, during this deployment, conducted complex exercises with 17 Allied naval forces, reinforcing the U.S. commitment to collective security and multinational cooperation. This level of interoperability is crucial as global tensions escalate, particularly in regions like the Indo-Pacific, where the U.S. seeks to maintain a stable balance of power. Technological superiority and operational efficiency. Ford-class carriers are groundbreaking in their use of advanced technologies like the Electromagnetic Aircraft Launch System, EMALS, and Advanced Arresting Gear, AAG, which facilitate higher sortie generation rates and safer aircraft recoveries, even under challenging conditions. These systems underscore the carrier's adaptability in intense combat situations, allowing them to sustain air operations at levels unmatched by older carriers. While early testing revealed challenges related to power consumption and load balancing, subsequent updates to the USS John F. Kennedy, CVN-79, aim to address these, streamlining efficiency for full operational deployment. Additionally, the Ford-class ships rely on significant automation, enabling them to operate with a crew nearly 900 personnel smaller than previous classes, which reduces operational costs, maintenance requirements, and crew strain. The USS John F. Kennedy and U.S. Naval Strategy in the Pacific, anticipated to join the U.S. Pacific Fleet by 2025, the USS John F. Kennedy will reinforce U.S. presence in the South China Sea, where rising geopolitical tensions demand robust American naval power. The Kennedy, designed to be fully compatible with the F-35C Lightning II stealth fighter, is expected to add a new dimension to U.S. defense capabilities in the region, enhancing both deterrence and strike potential. Under the supervision of Captain Brian Metcalf, the Kennedy's construction has integrated improvements based on operational lessons from the Ford's deployment, aiming to expedite its readiness. Once operational, the Kennedy's integration into the Pacific Fleet will mark a strategic pivot in U.S. naval policy, reinforcing its role as a counterbalance to regional challenges, enhanced weapon systems, and future-ready design. The Ford-class carriers have been constructed with modular design features, allowing future integration of directed energy weapons, such as high-energy lasers and microwave systems. These are critical for countering evolving threats like hypersonic missiles and unmanned aerial swarms, which are increasingly employed by potential adversaries. Directed energy weapons provide the Navy with a highly adaptable defense layer, capable of neutralizing high-speed threats with minimal resource expenditure. thus enhancing the carrier's sustainability and readiness for prolonged engagements, financial commitment, and lasting strategic value. The $13 billion price tag for each Ford-class carrier has been a point of debate, especially given the evolving nature of global threats. Critics argue that this investment could be better allocated across a range of modern, flexible assets. However, proponents highlight that the Ford-class carriers are designed for a 50-year operational life, delivering long-term force projection and global reach. These vessels provide sustained power, not only in combat, but also as a reassuring presence for U.S. allies worldwide, making them invaluable in both peacetime and high-stakes situations. Conclusion: Ford-class carriers at the core of future U.S. naval operations. As the Ford-class carriers continue to enter service, they will shape the future of American naval power, blending state-of-the-art technology with enduring strategic importance. The USS Gerald R. Ford's recent deployment underscored its reliability and capability in multinational exercises, while the soon-to-be deployed USS John F. Kennedy will add substantial strength to the Pacific Fleet amid growing challenges. Together, these carriers exemplify the U.S. Navy's forward-looking strategy, establishing a powerful foundation for safeguarding U.S. interests, deterring potential adversaries, and supporting allies across crucial regions.
Thanks for watching.
Across the globe, there is only one nation that makes every potential adversary cautious: the United States. But is there anyone brave enough to challenge this unparalleled power? The answer is clear: absolutely not. With the most advanced military system in the world, challenging America could be the most reckless decision any country might make. From the moment the atomic bomb fell on Hiroshima in 1945, the world has witnessed the unstoppable rise of the United States, marking its transformation into the leading military superpower. This event not only signaled the end of World War II, but also ushered in a new era, one in which American military strength has grown continuously, extending its influence and control over every corner of the world. 1. The Nuclear Triad, the pillar of destructive power. The United States Nuclear Triad, comprising land-based missiles, nuclear submarines, and strategic bombers, has maintained a powerful deterrent for decades, holding potential enemies at bay. Today, the U.S. is investing heavily in a comprehensive modernization program. The Minuteman III missiles, which have safeguarded America since the 1970s, are being replaced by the new Sentinel missile system, boasting faster response capabilities, increased range, and higher precision. Additionally, the Ohio-class submarines are being upgraded to the Columbia-class, ensuring that this force remains virtually undetectable while executing underwater deterrence missions. The Nuclear Triad is a fundamental cornerstone of American defense. But is it enough for the U.S. to maintain its dominant position in a rapidly changing world? 2. The U.S. Navy, master of the seas. The United States Navy stands as the strongest maritime force globally, featuring state-of-the-art aircraft carriers, submarines, and warships capable of independent operations in any ocean on the planet. With a total fleet of 293 warships, including the Gerald R. Ford and Nimitz-class nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, the U.S. Navy has the capability to deploy large, formidable forces anywhere. The U.S. Ohio-class strategic submarines, commonly referred to as boomers, are capable of carrying Trident II-D5 ballistic missiles, ensuring ultimate deterrence in the event of a nuclear confrontation. The aircraft carriers also enable the U.S. to deploy air forces to any region globally in a short period, allowing it to maintain unmatched dominance over the seas. From the high seas, let's now look up to the skies to explore another pillar of U.S. power. 3. Special Forces. The Unstoppable Warriors. U.S. Special Forces, such as the elite Navy SEALs and Green Berets, consist of soldiers who are meticulously selected and rigorously trained, not only in combat, but also in tactical skills and psychological resilience. These units are capable of operating in the harshest and most extreme environments, conducting secret and complex missions around the world. With a force of over 70,000 soldiers, U.S. Special Forces are indispensable assets in executing national security missions and addressing international conflicts, functioning as America's hidden warriors in crisis situations across the globe. 4. Superior technology, the power of science and engineering. The United States has consistently led the development of cutting-edge military technology, from artificial intelligence, AI, and hypersonic weapons to biotech and quantum advancements. Major technology companies like Microsoft, Google, and Lockheed Martin work closely with the U.S. military, resulting in major technological innovations such as unmanned combat drones, laser weapons, and space defense systems. The recently announced Replicator program aims to deploy thousands of autonomous AI-powered drones, which can operate independently, thus giving the U.S. a significant edge in future conflicts. Advanced technology enables the U.S. to detect and neutralize threats from a distance, ensuring the security of its military forces in any situation. Looking forward to the challenges of the 21st century, the U.S. is poised with advanced technological power to prepare for any and all potential conflicts. Technology, however, is only one part of America's all-encompassing advantage. Let's continue to explore the aerial supremacy that the United States commands. 5. Air superiority, lords of the skies. The U.S. Air Force reigns supreme in the skies across the globe, with hundreds of modern aircraft such as the F-35 Lightning II, F-22 Raptor, and B-21 Raider bombers. The F-35, with its advanced stealth capabilities and cutting-edge sensor technology, gives pilots a major advantage in any air combat scenario. Additionally, the B-52 Stratofortress bomber boasts an exceptionally long range, enabling it to deploy from any base and strike targets worldwide. The U.S. Air Force is fundamental in ensuring security in space and gives the United States the capability to conduct military interventions in any global conflict zone. 6. A strong network of allies, global strategic alliances. The United States has a significant advantage from its network of allies, particularly NATO and key partners in the Indo-Pacific region. This alliance network allows the U.S. to extend its influence and increase its capacity for rapid force deployment. NATO, comprising 30 member countries, is the largest combined military force in the world, providing considerable strategic strength for the United States. Moreover, agreements such as AUKUS with Australia and the UK enhance collaborative defense capabilities, ensuring security in strategically important areas. 7. Global deployment capabilities, reaching across the world. The United States possesses a network of over 800 military bases spread across 70 countries, enabling it to deploy forces quickly to any area facing instability. These bases help the U.S. maintain strength in hotspots like the Middle East and Asia, while also serving as forward operating positions for international missions. From utilizing aircraft carriers to exert overwhelming power over adversaries to deploying special forces in response to sudden crises, the U.S. can swiftly adapt and control situations as they arise. This worldwide network of bases is essential in helping the United States maintain its formidable position on the global stage. With unparalleled strength in all domains, from nuclear power to advanced technology and a robust alliance network, challenging the United States is a decision that any adversary would pay a heavy price for. If you found this video compelling and want to explore more about military power and world history, please remember to like, share with friends, and subscribe to keep up with upcoming videos. Thank you for watching, and see you in other fascinating videos to come. The Indo-Pacific region isn't just important for its geography. It's a hub of global trade where powerful nations wrestle for influence. No nation can afford to ignore the strategic importance of the Indian and Pacific Oceans, and the US, the world's leading power, is no exception. So, What exactly is the US doing to assert its dominance in this crucial region? And how strong is their military presence? Historically, the US military has had a foothold in the Indo-Pacific since the 19th century. It began with the signing of the Kanagawa Treaty with Japan in 1854, marking the first steps of US influence beyond North America. But it wasn't until World War II that this region became a critical battleground. Major battles like Pearl Harbor, Midway, and Guadalcanal solidified America's dominant role in controlling and shaping the future of the world's largest ocean. After World War II, to cement its position and maintain power in the region, the US established the Indo-Pacific Command, Indo-PACOM. This is the oldest and largest unified combatant command in the US military, overseeing a staggering 260 million square kilometers, covering 52% of Earth's surface. Its headquarters is in Hawaii, the Pacific's strategic core. When we talk about the Pacific, we can't overlook the massive naval base at Guam, one of the US's largest and most crucial military installations. Guam plays a key role as a maritime hub between East Asia, Australia, and Southeast Asia. Geographically, it's within a range of 2,000 to 5,000 kilometers from strategic hotspots like Manila, Tokyo, and Sydney, allowing it to support US military operations across the Pacific with ease. During World War II, Guam was the launch site for significant offensives, including the bombing raids on Japan and the infamous atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Today, Guam is more than a military base. It symbolizes the US's power and reach in the region. It's designed to meet 5 key strategic goals, such as quickly assembling joint forces to take control of a conflict zone, restoring combat capacity within 24 to 72 hours, and deploying 2 battalions to secure beachheads for amphibious landings. The base ensures that American forces can sustain combat operations for at least 30 days, while maintaining strategic agility. The island of Guam is another linchpin in America's Pacific strategy, home to 3 major bases: Apra Harbor, Naval, Anderson, Air Force, and Orote, Naval Air. Guam is a military powerhouse. Apra Harbor, for instance, can dock 50 warships at once, and the nearby warehouses can hold enormous stockpiles, including nuclear weapons and up to 160,000 tons of fuel. Anderson Air Force Base, with its 3,416-meter-long runway, is one of the 2 critical air bases for U.S. operations in Asia-Pacific. It houses up to 150 aircraft, including strategic bombers like the B-52, B-1B, and B-2A. During World War II, Anderson played a vital role in bombing Japan. Even today, it remains a core part of America's Pacific air power, with bombers ready to support large naval fleets like the 7th and 5th Fleets. In more recent history, Anderson was used in the Korean War and other major military operations. It's the largest U.S. airbase in the Western Pacific, capable of launching strategic bombers across the globe. In 2017, amid threats from North Korea, the base evacuated nearly 1 million rounds of ammunition in a single month to prepare for a potential attack. Guam also hosts Orote, another strategic base focused on reconnaissance and anti-submarine warfare. Together, these facilities create a military superbase that guarantees America's rapid response capabilities across the region. In the event of an emergency in the Asia-Pacific, the Pentagon estimates that it can deploy 10 to 11 Los Angeles-class nuclear submarines, along with strong logistical and combat support. The U.S. military presence in Japan is equally formidable. U.S. Forces Japan, USFJ, has been operating since 1957 under the command of Indo-PACOM. With over 50,000 troops stationed across multiple bases in Japan, USFJ is tasked with protecting Japan under mutual defense treaties. The Yokota Air Base, near Tokyo, serves as USFJ's headquarters. Additionally, the 7th Fleet, stationed at Yokosuka, in Kanagawa Prefecture, is the most powerful U.S. naval fleet in Asia, responsible for safeguarding the Pacific Ocean, including the contested South China Sea. The U.S. Marine Corps, stationed on Okinawa, also plays a critical role in maintaining regional security. The U.S. air presence in Japan is no less impressive, with major air bases like Misawa in the north and Kadena in Okinawa. At these bases, the U.S. operates cutting-edge fighter jets, including 48 F-35As and 36 F-15EX aircraft. Kadena also hosts F-22 stealth fighters and a variety of support planes like the C-130 transport aircraft, KC-135 refueling tankers, and P-8A reconnaissance planes. These forces ensure that the U.S. maintains a long-range, powerful air presence in the Pacific. Guam and Japan aren't the only strategic U.S. bases in the region. Since the end of the Korean War, the U.S. has stationed 28,000 troops in South Korea as a deterrent against potential North Korean aggression. U.S. Forces Korea, USFK, is always combat ready, working closely with South Korean forces in joint military exercises like Full Eagle and Ulchi Freedom Guardian. The Philippines is another key ally in Southeast Asia. Its strategic location near the South China Sea makes it a critical partner in America's efforts to counter potential threats in the region. Although U.S. bases in the Philippines closed in 1991 due to political pressure, the U.S. has gradually re-established its military presence through agreements like the Visiting Forces Agreement, VFA, in 1999 and the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, EDCA, in 2014. In February 2023, the Philippines agreed to open 4 more bases to U.S. forces. These new bases, including locations like Balabac Island and Camilo Osias Naval Base, are crucial for America's Pacific strategy, especially in deterring Chinese expansion in the South China Sea. So, does any military force in the Pacific rival the U.S.? China has been steadily building its military capabilities, particularly in disputed areas like the South China Sea. However, the overall strength and deployment ability of the Chinese military still pale in comparison to the U.S.-America's extensive network of alliances and strategic bases continues to make it the dominant force in the Indo-Pacific. But the future is uncertain. As China's economy and military grow, they will undoubtedly seek greater influence in the Indo-Pacific. Will the U.S. reduce its presence in the region, or will it double down to maintain its supremacy? The future remains to be seen. But one thing is clear. The U.S. is not backing down from its strategic ambitions in the Pacific anytime soon. Conclusion. The U.S. military presence in the Indo-Pacific is not just about protecting national security. It's a key part of Washington's broader ambition to remain the world's superpower. Only time will tell. Share your thoughts below. Catch you next time. Thoughts.